At 3 o'clock in the morning, the farmers in Huzhou town begin their busy routines. Since drying requires the best sunlight at noon, the preparation for rice noodles must be completed at night. The warm, humid weather along the coast makes rice prone to moisture. By altering the characteristics of food, it can be preserved for a longer time. Thus, rice is transformed into rice noodles. The small town was once an extension of the Maritime Silk Road. Dry rice noodles concentrate more carbohydrates, making it convenient for travelers to quickly replenish their energy. The environment shapes food and fosters diligence. This is the law behind culinary traditions, and it also applies to the 130 types of snacks found in the town. Every day, fresh catches come ashore from the sea. This oyster, which thrives in the intertidal zone, was already being cultivated by the people of Quanzhou 1,000 years ago. The grandma by the seaside skillfully pries open oyster shells and sells the meat to diners. This is an iconic dish of Quanzhou, fried oysters, a symbol of the new culinary treasures that the ocean presents. The remaining oyster shells are stacked to build houses, or ground into nutrients for the soil and then washed by rainwater and streams before eventually returning to the sea. In the eyes of the Quanzhou people, food that originates from nature should never go to waste. Who was the first person to eat sandworms? Who was the first person to consume seaweed? Who would have thought that stewing could release exquisite gel? Perhaps it takes courage to uncover bounciness and silkiness. The mountains, forests, and oceans at our doorstep. Clever Quanzhou people always uncover hidden ingredients. Plants and trees can be crafted into soft dough, wrapping everything within. Seafood can be transformed into floating meatballs, rolling in soup and oil. The seaside never lacks saltiness or sweetness. Two identical white crystals, catalyzed by red yeast vinegar, giving birth to a new flavor: deep-fried sweet and sour pork. The flavor of mountains and seas can evolve into thousands of dishes in the hands of the Quanzhou people, with whimsical ideas serving as their catalyst. Originally, food comes from nature, but the source of culinary delights springs from the intervention of wisdom.